we are headed to a golf course so unhospitable that even the devil himself would feel uncomfortable playing there. But before we do that, we're going to head to a ghost town on the outskirts of Death Valley. So, hop on board for the ride because you're going to enjoy this. Welcome back to Beers and Frontiers. Okay, so we are at the site of a town called Ashford Mills, established at about 1910 to 1914 by the Ashford brothers. Don't really know much about the population, couldn't really find that doing my research, but let's poke around and see what we can see. This town was established back at about 1910, 1914 by the Ashford brothers. And this mill was worked for silver and ore. And these structures, this actually had it was like a full-blown mill, had an office building and a lot of materials going on, a lot of things happening. So, but right now it's just kind of reduced to some ruins, and we're gonna, just look around and take some photos and some video for you. And, give you a look at this place. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Now this town sits at the bottom of, I would say, Death Valley. Not too far off the road between Shoshone and what they call Badwater. And you can get to it pretty easily. There's not a problem getting here. So what I do recommend, though, you do come to Death Valley, you come here either in the fall or in the springtime. Or obviously maybe in the wintertime, because the summertime, it just gets way too hot. Actually, one tourist this summer found out the hard way. They came out here on one of the hottest days of the year, and they actually they died. Tragic, but that's what happens. People, they want to be part of the experience of being out here when it's really, really hot. They want to take pictures of themselves in, the information center with the thermometer, so they can throw it up on, Instagram or TikTok. Yeah. Well, that video was very costly. And I'm not saying that that's what that person did, but I know that is a big thing that happens. A lot of tourists come out here and in Death Valley, and they want to be part of that the heat experience. But I don't really recommend it. I recommend that you come out here during the cooler months. So let's check out what is left of Ashford Mills. So, like I said, established early 1900s by the Ashford brothers. Don't really remember seeing how many people actually lived here. The town kind of operated until about 1941, early 40s, but then it just kind of disappeared, like every other ghost town or mining town here in the Old West. Operates for years, and then once all the silver, ore, gold, whatever they're mining runs out, everyone leaves. So all that's left now is just some debris of what's left of this town. We used to house some office buildings and some mining operations. So this area can be very harsh at times throughout the year, as I previously stated. So, it sits at about 121 feet below sea level. valley floor, this ghost town. So they must have had rough conditions. It was a rough life for these folks. And that's why they didn't stay here very long. And that's why these towns really didn't last very long. Conditions were harsh, profits were low. So you think if the walls in these old ghost towns could talk, the stories they'd have to tell. What was it like there for the people? Their day in day activities, those harsh nights, long days, working the mine, working the mill. It was a brutal life for these folks. But they try to eke out an existence, and all that's left is the memories and just the remnants of what once was. But anyway, so let's keep looking around to see what we can find here. I mean, I couldn't imagine working these mills in those days. 110-degree heat, brutal times. So I'm hoping you're enjoying the video so far. I'm hoping you like our jaunts to these ghost towns. If so, hit the like button. Okay, leave a comment if you've ever been out here before, or if you're looking to come out here. Let us know, man. You know, we'd appreciate that. So, all right, let's keep it going. Cool stop along the road in Death Valley. This Ashford Mills, the site of an old mining town, you know, established in the early 1900s. But now we're going to move on down the road. We're going to head to the Devil's Golf Course. You want to stick around for that? We're headed there next. So how it got its name, the Devil's Golf Course, I believe it was a tour guide that they gave out at the national park, I think in 1934. And in that it said that this golf course was so brutal that only the devil himself would be able to play on it. So there you go, that's how it got its name. So that sound is what they say is billions of salt crystals. As they heat up, they burst. And you can hear that now. All I hear is wind, but it is a spectacular view. So where is the Devil's Golf Course? Well, it's near Badwater, just off the road. Now you got to take a dirt road to get here. So if you washed your car on a Saturday morning, you probably want to avoid coming out here, unless you don't care. Salt. Wow. The Devil's Playground once was a lake, but it evaporated about 2,000 years ago. So it's been that long since there was any water here. Now it's just a barren waste. Well, I hope you enjoyed your journey with us today. We stopped at the ghost town of Ashford Mills and then the Devil's Golf Course. So if you enjoyed the video, just give us a like below and leave some comments. But until next time, see you again from Beers and Frontiers.